Hey guys, Sprout here, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video I thought I'd do something a little special for you. So I hope by the fact that I've spent nearly 3 million cash just doing this video for you, you could leave a like on the video. Now that aside, you may have seen a post I put up on my community tab of a day. Very random looking post, but it wasn't random in that everyone chose number 5. So in today's video I'm going to be doing the top 5 guns according to me. Now these aren't guns in the entire game, they're only guns I can actually buy from the store. Now I'm not counting the secret store, and obviously I'm not counting guns that I find in a match. These are just the ones I can actually buy and equip and modify from the action menu. Ones I actually have access to. I'm level 37 now, so obviously I haven't unlocked every single gun. But if you did miss that post, or you have no way of seeing it, do make sure you hit that subscribe button on the channel right this second, so you won't miss any in future. Now, this is a countdown 5 to number 1, and let's get into it. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. Right guys, first on this list has got to be the PP19. It's one of my budget go-to guns. It's 5 on this list because it's really easy to kit one of these out. It's really easy to buy one. They're not very much. If you are strapped for cash, it's a decent gun to put in your arsenal. Now the only downside this gun has got for me is the fact that the magazine only goes up to 30. I feel if it had a 50 round mag, it would be a lot higher on this list for me, and I think it would be for a lot of other people as well. Now what I've done in these videos is, guys, I haven't fully kitted out the guns, but I've modded them enough to make sure that they're usable to some extent, where I'm not just going to die instantly. So this is one of them guns, guys, quite more suited to factory. However, you can fully kit out, put 4 times on, take it into Mount Akiyama, into the other ones, you know, in the are quite decent for long range, 0 recoil shooting, obviously lacking in the bullet magazine department like I have previously stated. But they're quite good for, as you can see, you know, flicking around, killing the bots and stuff like that. Not so much against fully kitted players. If you come against some really decently kitted players, you are just going to get your arse handed to you slightly. You know, it is one of them things that does sort of happen. But for a budget gun, to then kill a marauder or kill another player, take their gun, then go escape, you know, especially when you're strapped for cash, it's just amazing, you know. It's a budget gun. It does come in at 5 on my list. Right guys, in at number 4 we have the Morsin Nagant. Now this is a sniper rifle, evidently, guys, not like a main weapon, but for the purposes of the recording I went into the match with just the sniper rifle, which was a big mistake. If you saw at the beginning of the video when I was introducing, you did see us die behind a tree to a grenade. This was that match. I did, you know, run around. I tried to take on a player with a weapon I picked up from a bot, and I didn't have much ammo, and I ran out of ammo, and then I decided to throw a grenade and got killed. But that is what it is. Now the Morsin is a secondary weapon for me. I never used it as a main primary weapon. You'd not catch me spawning naked with just a sniper rifle like a lot of players do. Now I use this as my early kill system. So you'll see us in this clip in a moment shoot a bot miles away, just like this, you know, straight in the head. That's a preemptive measure. Now I killed that quite far away in case I went that way in the future, and that bot started shooting us, took some of my health off, damaged me armor, you know what I mean. So usually I'll have a primary weapon, and then the Morsin I'll use to shoot marauders from long distances. Now I do shoot players with it, don't get us wrong, but that's only if I find a player that's sort of like standing still somewhere and he's, you know, an easy target. I rarely shoot at moving targets to the Morsin, especially with the ping, you know, being 180, 200. Sometimes the bit delay in the shot just wastes me time and I give away my position for no reason. So 9 times out of 10, I will push someone first, try and take them on with primary weapon. The Morsin is a hands-on needed weapon, in my opinion, to kill bots with. It's your get out of jail free card, get out of damage free card, stop yourself getting shot by marauders that you will have to get close to and shoot at, especially elites and commanders, stuff like that. And generally, if you use the ammo that I'm using, which is the XSLPS, it's the middle one, usually 9 times out of 10, it's a 1 shot to the head and a 2 shot to the chest. Does obviously depend on the armor. If you are shooting at a player, sometimes I've seen 4, 5 shots to the chest if they had tier 5 or above, but that's just the way it is. So guys, I do actually prefer the M700, but I can't buy it from the shop. I would have to find it in a game or buy it off the secret store. But this is my go-to sniper rifle over any other. Right guys, in at number 3 is of course the AK-74M, M for Mike, you know that one. This is probably it is one of my favourite guns if it's in my top 5, but you know what I mean. I use this gun literally all the time for the long range maps. It is literally one of the best ones to use in my opinion. Now, this specific modded gun I got from a quest reward, but I didn't see any point in modding it because it was perfect the way it was. I've actually had this gun a while, and I've been in and out of different matches with the CM1. Now, I've got a 2.5 scope on it for a number of reasons, because it's not really a close range weapon like an SMG. You can do that with the laser sight on, obviously, but it's a bit of a longer range weapon. Now, you can see this guy shooting at this guy here, the naked guy who's spawned. I thought I'd take him out. Now, it's quite accurate and there's not much recoil, but obviously the ping does affect us shooting players at range, sometimes marauders, and he did actually get away. I did try and chase him, but I'm not 100% sure where he went anyway. But did sort of shoot a couple of long range targets with it, you know, bots here and there in the head, taking a couple of shots to kill them. I'm using BT ammo here, but I do usually use PRS because it's cheaper. But the BT ammo, I had some from a previous map, so I used that. And you can see long range sniping with it as well. Takes quite a few shots to kill that sniper, but that saves that sniper shooting me further in the match. Now, what I'm going to do in this clip, guys, is I'm going to push someone who is in the computer room at garage. Now, I'm checking around for bots here, first of all, because obviously I don't want to get shot by one. I see this one. He's obviously aiming at another player because he's completely ignoring me and walking off into the distance. So it's pointless following him because then I'll just aggro him for no reason. So moving on, I spot the guy in the computer room any moment now. I'm actually watching to see if this bot's following us, but it's not. Now this guy obviously had a decent run. He's obviously killed a couple of players, but unfortunately for him, I spotted his head. And I got a couple of shots on him, fair enough, but he does the stupidest thing, guys, right? I'm obviously pushing him. He knows I'm pushing him. This is probably the stupidest thing you can probably do in a doorway, is lie down next to the doorway. I mean, what was he hoping to achieve there? How, guys? There's no chance that he was going to do anything to me there. I don't understand how he didn't have a name, though. It didn't come up with a name when I killed him. And his dog tag didn't have a name on. So that was bizarre, I'll be honest with you. But I got quite a few bits of kit from him, so I was pleased with that. But this gun is an overall good one. You can put a 4 times on it. You have very little spread and recoil at very long range. You can put short range weapons on it. I wouldn't recommend it in factory because it is a bit of a hard hitter, slower firing. You know, I would rather go in factory with an SMG, which will bring us to the next gun on our list. Right guys, as you might have guessed, in the last video I was on about close range weapons for factory. Now in at number 2, I'm going to go with the MP5. Now this is probably the best all-rounder. You can put 2 times on it, you can put 4 times on it. I wouldn't recommend it very much, but you can. I usually use this on factory. It's my go-to factory weapon if I've got the money to kit one out, because they are quite expensive to kit out. And you can get the 50 round mag on. Now, for the sake of the fact of me dwindling cash from making these videos, I have put a 30 round mag on it and an extra 30 round mag, because I was getting that skint at this point. I was thinking, what happens if I haven't got enough money to make position 1's gun? So, you know, that's what I did. But it's still decent enough to do. And I did actually get a pretty decent little run out of this one. So I will fast forward to that if you just give us a moment. Of course, I just want to quickly show you this bit, because This is one of them places where people always go. Now, I heard him coming, I knew he was there, so I just lobbed a grenade in. No use in shooting him. I knew he was in there looting, because everybody goes there. Stupidity. If you're going to go to this room, guys, don't go there straight away as soon as you join the map. It's completely pointless, and you're going to get grenaded like this guy just did. And of course, another guy's trying to push, naked. Don't know why he just sprinted at us like that. It's the stupidest thing he could have ever done. Free dog tag for me. Thank you very much, my friend. Now, guys, this next bit is where it starts to get a bit interesting now. A guy found us in the north area, and he followed us, and he went around that way, so obviously I was waiting for him up there, knew he was coming, took a shot at him, and he went to hide, fair enough. Now, it's what happened after that point that, you know, made us think. I was thinking he's a marauder, he's probably got an RPG or something like that, decent ammo. He might just kill us here, so, you know, I was make me way to the escape point. I wasn't going to risk it. I could hear other marauders coming. It was that time in the factory match where they're all going to spawn. And here he comes, you know. And I ran out of ammo. I had to swap guns, guys. I picked up this from the player I killed at the beginning. And I just had to swap guns because if I had continued the way I was going with the MP5 30 round mag, you know, I was dead there. So I swapped guns literally to this one to kill that guy. And arguably enough, it was an AK-74M, I think, off the top of my head, which of course is on this list, so it works out all the while as well. Now this is when all the other player marauders start coming and another player. So I take up position behind the crates. It's pointless standing in the open just to get killed, you know what I mean? So I've shot him a couple of times, and it's pure luck this. I go to grenade this guy and someone else pushes him and kills him. So I think that other guy's blissfully unaware that I just threw a grenade, gets a lot of damage, and then I get a couple of shots on him. So that's like sort of a 2-3 player hat trick there, you know, just for the sake of it. But guys, the MP5, especially if you fully kitted out, obviously if I had a 50 round mag on a bit better gear, I'm using the PST bullets here. If I had a bit better bullets, I probably would have done a bit better with a 50 round mag. But I did get a decent haul out of that. Took that guy's SA-58 and stuff like that. I was going to take his P90, but I didn't have room, and then I realised it was a P90 on a sight and realised I didn't want it. And then I started taking damage from an unknown source, not sure where that's coming from, but I had to escape. But it's one of them guns that makes it high up on my list just for purely running around factory spraying everybody with bullets. Right guys, last but not least, if you watch my streams, you know this is my most used gun. It's very cheap to kill out and very powerful if used right. Now in this video I am using the PRS ammo, but you can go a bit higher on that, put a bit more powerful rounds in it. Now this, very similar to the PP19, only has 30 round mags, but it makes up for that in just accuracy. Shooting people in the head, you know, it's very, very accurate, and I just love it so much. Now, what I'm about to do on this match, you must promise me, guys, promise me, never ever do this. It's complete stupidity. Now, usually when I spawn a solo night mode, I never ever 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 see a commander, and for some reason Commander Ace decided to be standing right here in Burnt Out Depot, and you know, decent gun, shot him down. I thought, that's too good to be true, let's go loot him. Stupidest thing I could have possibly done. There was elites absolutely everywhere. I didn't think about it, so I had to run to cover straight away. You know what I mean, they're all chasing us. I haven't got much time to react, but thankfully this gun, you know, the AKS-7UN, 74UN, is actually really, really good for, you know, flicking around. Oh my god, I nearly died there. So close. It's good for flicking around and doing pretty decent damage in a short space of time against multiple targets. Now, if you're getting rushed by several players, if they were players, I probably would have died, yeah. I'll be honest with you, I would have died there. But because they were bots and they're predictable, I managed to take them out. And I did manage to get a pretty decent M4 off Commander Ace before another player tried to kill us. But that's a different story, a different video. I think I've rambled on for far too long in this video now, so I am going to leave it there. But guys, let me know in the comments what your top 5 guns are. You can use any guns you want, I'm not really bothered. Use the ones that are in the secret store or you found in the match. I'd love to know what your top 5 is. You might even agree with me on my top 5. But anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've liked it up to this point if you're still watching. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.